WPTV.
Hello everyone, my name is Joe Zazzara.
And my name is Matt Castro.
And we're here to review Red Dead Redemption 2. 8 years after the original Red Dead Redemption became a modern classic, we have the prequels that introduced our favorite Vanderlinde gang.
We walk in the boots and spurs of Arthur Morgan as he attempts to balance his own morality with the direction of the charismatic leader Dutch van der Lee. But before we spoil the entire game, let's get to the details.
Yeah, well first of all, I want to say the voice acting in this game is phenomenal. It really makes the characters feel like individuals and it really distincts them all from each other. And on top of that, it really blends to the theme of the game. It really makes it feel like it was pulled straight out of a spaghetti western. And honestly, I can't think of one voice in that entire game that I don't like.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I also love the cinematographic quality of the game. It was so breathtaking, and if you have a high quality console with a 4K television, it just looks phenomenal. I mean, everything right down to the snow is just so majestic. It glistens, the water is just smooth. I could see why it took them 8 years because they really made the game look great.
Oh yeah.
I also loved the size of the map because it was so big. And Rockstar actually added all of Red Dead Redemption 1 into Red Dead Redemption 2 and added to it. So if you can imagine, there was a lot to Red Dead Redemption 1, and it's just going to be phenomenal playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I can imagine all the side missions and everything we're going to experience later on in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. The size of the map is really cool. Something else that I really enjoyed, I think maybe is the best part of the game, is the combat. The combat in this game is so satisfying. When I'm at the point in the game where I have really cool Deadeye and I have dual revolvers, and it's so satisfying just walking down the road, just gunning down these bandits and like bad guys. Wow, it's really, to me, the best part of the game so far.
Oh yeah, definitely. Unfortunately though, the game does have some downsides, as it sometimes had buggy controls. A lot of the time, I found myself struggling with the buttons. Like everything, even picking up a hat, it was difficult to do. I had to press it like 5 times to pick it up. And even going on the horse, it was just ridiculous.
Oh, absolutely. I completely agree with that. The horse mechanics, I think, to me, are the worst part of this game, which is kind of sad because you're most of the time riding on a horse. There's no real fast travel in the game, and it's kind of a shame that once you get on a horse and go 2 feet, you fly off the horse. And you wouldn't believe it, but I have killed 5 horses now. I'm on my 6th horse, and it's just terrible.
Yeah, I think something that we can both agree on was the story moved at a rather slow pace that made it feel like nothing was really happening. I think Rockstar was trying to go for a cinematic type game, but I think they did it just a bit too much because they introduced the characters, they gave them way too much time in the spotlight. I just wanted to get to the action.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely felt that in the game. That was another one of the big gripes that I've had, is how slow the beginning is, and trying to deal with all this stuff in the snow, and you're just doing all these following missions. It is a little painstaking to do these slow missions in the beginning. It does pick up, though, I will say.
Yeah.
It's nice when it picks up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. But the other thing that is a big one is that there's no multiplayer or co-op play in the entire game. Rockstar said that they aren't going to release the co-op or multiplayer version until mid-2019. And that upsets a lot of people because for a game that took 8 years to master, you would think that people would get a good taste of the multiplayer action that was similar to Red Dead Redemption 1, but I guess we're just going to have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, that is really a shame. But
Yeah.
anyway, final thoughts? I think I went in with a little too high expectations for the game. I never played the first one, but I was really excited for the second one. I do think I was a little disappointed, but overall, Rockstar can't really make a bad game. It is definitely a solid game, and I think rating it out of 5, I would give it a 3.5 or a 4, around there.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I think Rockstar really did do good. The 8 years really did show off, but I think they went too much for a cinematic approach, which really downgraded the game. And I honestly think that it just gets boring after a while. So I'm going to have to give it a 3.
Yeah, anyway, thanks for joining us. That has been our review of Red Dead Redemption 2. But don't go anywhere, as Press Start will be right back with My Hero Academia.